Well, Spring Awakening's coming to town, so to speak. It's going to be over at the Egg at the Hart Theater, and it's being produced by Our Own Productions. And they've been on the show before, at least the group has. This is a new bunch of people for me, and I'm so happy to have them all here. Next to me, I have the producer. Her name is Leslie Elisha.
Yep.
Okay. She is the producer of this show, and I'm sure it's a big job because you've got a good-sized cast, I think.
I'm co-producing with my mother, Susan Elishuk, and Norman Ike as well. They're on the board of Our Own Productions.
Okay, good. And you're on the board, too.
I am, yes.
Yeah, that's really great.
One of the co-founders, actually.
Co-founders. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Can you introduce the guests and then tell us what parts they're playing, and then we'll talk a little bit.
Right next to me is my good friend Nick Muscatello. He's playing Moritz Stiefel. Behind him is Morgan Preskrat, and she'll be playing Marta. And behind me is Tony Pallone, and he's playing the adult male role. He plays various roles throughout the production.
9 roles.
9.
The most of anyone in the show.
Oh my goodness. And one that is not here, she plays all the female leads.
Susan Priest, who is also our costume designer, is playing the adult female role.
Okay. Well, let's start out with... this is Tony, that behind me, right?
Yes.
Tony, you're playing 9 parts.
Yes.
Are they that different, or do you have to really
I'm
change
hoping-
voices,
I'm
or
hoping so, right?
they're supposed to be?
They're definitely different. I mean, the show is a story of adolescent coming of age into adulthood and dealing with all the trials and tribulations of the world, particularly in 1890s Germany.
It's based on a German...
Based on an old German play that was banned for many years because of the very intense content in it. And basically I play all of the fathers and the doctors and the priests and the teachers and all of that who are really, you know, what's making this world terrible for these young people.
Difficult for them.
Yes, at the very least.
Too hard for Tony because he's an awful guy.
That's right. It's really just typecasting. But, changing my voice.
Do you have a lot of costume changes?
Costume changes, although I have like sort of a base costume, and then we just add pieces, vests, and jackets and things like that on top of that. Susan has been very innovative with that.
Yeah.
But you know, I do try to create a different shape to the body and a different voice and different things like that. And
it must be fun to play parts like that.
Right. And so, I mean, one part is like all of one line, but it's one of the creepiest moments in the show. And then there are other parts that, you know, there's one guy who keeps coming in and out of the show.
Okay.
He's the headmaster of the school.
This is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
How are rehearsals going?
Rehearsals are great. They've really intensified. We just moved into the Egg on Sunday. So whereas we've been rehearsing here in Schenectady for quite a while on a flat stage with sort of an idea of where we're going to be, now we're on scaffolds
now
and
you're seeing
levels and, you know, in a huge theater, and it's all coming together.
Morgan, I can give Morgan your mic there.
Thanks.
Morgan, you play one part, right?
Yes, I do.
I mean, he plays 9. How come you only get 1?
Well, you know, I'm not that talented.
So tell me about your part.
My part is one of the girls. It's one of the girl parts.
Okay.
And I'm one of the friends.
Typecasting?
Yes, that was typecasting as well. I'm one of the friends of the lead, Venla, and pretty much the deal with my character is that she is a normal girl on the outside. She hangs out with her friends, talks about boys, but really deep inside there's something going wrong at home, and there's a lot happening internally with her.
Is this, what time period are we looking at here?
It's
1892
or 3.
Is that right? but at the same time, it's surrounded by modern times.
That's what I was wondering, because you do
the music
bring in
is
that
all
in.
rock music, and it's the idea is that these problems that these kids experienced back then when the play was written are still happening today. So it sort of takes place, it straddles both those worlds.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're in the front row now here for a little bit, and we're going to find out a little bit about what's going on with the show. Nick, what part do you play?
I play a young man by the name of Moritz Stiefel.
Okay.
He's a very troubled young fellow who he gets failed out of his school unfairly and has a pretty extreme reaction to that.
Okay.
And it's a very intense part. It's something that I've enjoyed playing a lot. It's one of the lead roles in the show, so I'm very happy and very proud to be a part of it.
And your background, and I'll touch most of this
Well,
again.
I've been acting for most of my life. Ever since I was about 6 years old, I was in my first play, My Fair Lady. I had one line in that, and
doesn't make any difference. It's getting your feet wet and getting
So it's
feeling of theater, and I'm on stage, and you have to listen to me.
And also some previous experience. Chuck mentioned that he had played Javert on Broadway. I have actually played Javert as well at Mahonison High School.
Oh, let's hear it for Mahonison. They have good productions there, though.
No, it was
Yeah.
good, but
Yes.
you know,
Well, you were in it.
yeah.
Of course.
So now I've graduated and stepped up to what I think is one of the best venues in the area,
Yeah.
the Egg, and it's
Yeah.
very
Well,
exciting.
Very exciting, and our own productions. That's relatively new, isn't it? Tell us a little bit
Actually,
about.
it's been around about 7 years now.
Oh, that's relatively new.
Relatively
Yeah.
new. We founded in 2006, and our first production was The Pirates of Penzance.
I love that.
And it's a
That's
great
so- that's
production.
what a
I
great
directed
production,
it.
Yeah.
And we've really been going strong since then. In 2011, our production of Rent at the Egg, under the direction of Matthew T. Teichner, was voted Capital Region's Best Musical in the Times Union Readers Poll. So that's pretty exciting.
That's something for only 7 years.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I find with theater, because I interview a lot of people that are in theater and a lot of theater groups, which are amazing. There are so many, is that actors kind of move around for the different, so they find the parts that seem to work for them, which is really great because there's a lot of availability of these parts.
Absolutely.
Tony, how long have you been acting?
I've probably been doing it since, actually really didn't get serious about it until college. I went to Union College and in the late 80s, and been doing it ever since. I also, I first met Morgan when she was just a little kid. I was teaching at New York State Theater Institute. There's another guy in the audience here who I knew back when he was...
Hi, Aaron.
Right.
Very good.
So I've had a lot of varied experiences. I directed a summer ago. I was on your show actually for Merry Wives of Windsor.
I remember.
And this is just, when I heard that Matt was doing this show, I knew it was mostly people, half my age or so. And I said, "Is there anything?" And he said, "Well, actually,
there is.
Yeah,
And
in
not
fact,
only
you can play,
one.
You
we
can
have
play
9
roles." So I auditioned for all of them. And
You got them.
got them. Yeah.
Economy of effort.
Right.
Except for your effort, right? Morgan, how long have you been?
I don't know the exact amount of years, but I started acting because my grandmother was an actor at the Theater Institute, and I
wonderful.
started doing summer camp there, and then I started auditioning for shows at my school and kind of just blossomed through there.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it great?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
So what you got a number, now this is your summer production for
Correct.
that, and do you have more productions coming up?
Of course we do. In the fall, we're going to be doing the Glass Menagerie.
Oh, you're
And,
doing a little Tennessee Williams?
We
too?
are
Oh,
under
my
the
goodness.
direction of Patrick White. And
Patrick's such a great guy.
he is wonderful,
Yeah.
absolutely. And this is his first real time directing with
I know,
us, so
oh,
it's
yeah.
very exciting that we get to experience that with him.
He's a great guy.
He's wonderful. And then we have Inspecting Carol coming up in
love
December.
that play.
It's
Oh, that's so much
hysterical,
fun.
under the direction of Edmund Metzold. And then we have Ma Rainey's Black Bottom under the direction of Karen Christina Jones, who's been on
Yeah,
the show numerous
yeah,
times.
yeah.
And we will be doing MAME coming up in summer of 2014 under the direction of Barry Streifert.
Oh
so
my
we've got
goodness,
quite a full
what
season coming up next.
challenging
Yes.
season that you have. So check out our own productions. I've seen a number of you did Periphery, which
We did Periphery,
was
yes,
an
recently.
incredible show.
Yes, I saw you there.
I
Thank
loved
you.
it.
Thank
I
you
heard
very
it was
much.
great. I wanted to go and see it, but all of our rehearsals conflicted.
I know. Well, that's what happens. I know with that. But Periphery was a wonderful. It was an amazing show. I was
Thank you.
I
Thank you
really
very
enjoyed that
much.
very much. You can't see it because it's over with. But I'm just
can see
telling you.
this.
Spring
You
Awakening
can
coming
see
up at the
Awakening.
Egg at the
You
Heart
can
Theater.
see one of the shows coming up, and is it age appropriate for everybody? Or?
Not for everyone. Parental discretion is advised. If you want to learn more information about the show or the cast or ticket information, you can visit ourownproductions.com. Tickets are on sale via the Egg, or you can check them out through our website. It's $26 for adults, $21 for students and senior citizens. We do have group group rates available for $18 for groups of 10. And just a reminder that our shows are coming up this weekend, the 12th, 13th, and 14th, 2 shows on the 13th, and the next weekend after the 18th, 19th, and 20th, 2 shows on the 19th.
Okay, so you have an ample opportunity to see this rock musical. It is a rock musical, and she did mention parental advisement there to check that out. But don't miss any of the theater groups that are out there. We have such great shows coming, and you know, you don't need to go to New York City to see everything.
Absolutely.
We bring them here, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly. Not only that, but you'll see one person playing 9 parts. I mean, how often does that happen? Tony, good luck with that. Okay, good. We're going to check, and please check out the show. It's at the Egg at the Hart Theater, and that's the 12th through the 20th, I believe it is.